I'm here. Yeah. Can you? Oh, I see my video is not on.
All right, there you go. Well, you know the score. You've done this before. This is treat and win, and you will have 7 minutes to pitch him, and then you're the last one of the day. So whatever feedback treat can give you, he will. Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Next
And
time you
treat
see
is
my
that is
face, it'll be
that
time to wrap up.
awesome? Is that the best way to say your name? Treat or Triet or
Yeah.
awesome? And I've reached out to you directly before. Thank you for responding. I know that you are not specifically looking for investments in alcohol or in the type of alcohol that we're making, but I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate your time here this morning, so I can actually pitch you on what we're doing, and hopefully there are, some good feedback you can provide and or references that you might be able to provide us. Okay. Thank you for being responsive. Let me share my screen. So I'm Joshua. I'm the chief rabbit of Dr. Hops, which I co-founded in 2015 with Brewmaster Tommy to produce the ultimate recreational beverages, the ultimate combination of taste and vitality and intoxication. And Tommy and I succeeded. We launched Dr. Hops Real Hard Kombucha in early 2020. It's so good that 4 years later, it continues to sell well at Whole Foods, Erewhon, Bevmo, over 450 great retailers, even at a super premium price. A refrigerated hard kombucha, however, has many limitations, and Tommy and I wanted something that could reach and refresh all the drinkers in America. Myself, obsessed with the vitality component, began mixing the real hard kombucha with other probiotic beverages. And Tommy, obsessed with taste and drinkability, began making hard seltzer at home to produce something of truly excellent taste and balance. And today, I bring you something totally new. The pinnacle of taste, vitality, and intoxication in a mainstream shelf-stable format. A beverage for all the alcohol retailers in the nation, Dr. Hops Spiked Living Seltzer. This is a hard seltzer spiked with superior functional ingredients, real fruit, live cultures, fresh organic acids, and hops. This is a product in the sweet spot of a massive and growing market, RTD alcohol, in a style that everyone already understands, hard seltzer, and in a segment of hard seltzer that's growing very well. This is a product for the up-and-coming drinkers of America with superior taste, more functional health-conscious attributes, and a modest amount of alcohol. The Dr. Hops team and I are ready to scale this product and brand. CEO Aaron, steadfast and committed. I've been working with Aaron for years. He's already pivoted us for success. Myself, the co-founder and visionary, I've given the helm of Dr. Hops to Aaron and our team so I can focus on brand and product development and marketing. Co-founder Tommy, our brewing prodigy, is one of the best brewers of gluten-free, live-cultured alcohol in the world, and he directly manages our production and ongoing product development. And we have two extraordinary salespeople, Sam Capioni with 35 years experience in beer and distribution, beer sales and distribution. Sam is developing and managing all of our sales and distribution partnerships. And Pam Turner, our battle-tested warrior on the front lines, is securing chain store mandates and commitments. We've designed the company to expand efficiently and sustainably. We've partnered with Countermeasures Corp. Countermeasures is an emerging fractional sales company that puts experienced salespeople in key markets. This allows our core Dr. Hops team to focus on growing the brand rather than on hiring and vetting and managing a large and expensive sales team. Countermeasures salespeople come with managers, they come with data analytics, with distributor support, and with strategy. And we're launching the living seltzers with targeted localized campaigns. First, we're building groundswell through trial driving activations. We have a Ski Bunny program in Tahoe. We have a UC Berkeley bar program. We're building each market with boots on the ground, first through independent liquor, grocery, and C-stores, and then later through chain stores. We're engaging our distributors with incentives and field support, and we're engaging consumers with organic social media. When we do launch into chain stores, we're going to support with live demos through the best demo partner in the nation, which is Advantage Beverage Solutions. And so here we are. We have wonderful products. a talented team, and the ability to produce business results quickly. All we need is a modest investment to fuel our sales and marketing efforts. We're raising $3 million. This will fuel the launch of the Spike Living Seltzers, get Dr. Hops to break even by June of 2025, and catapult us towards our 5-year goal of 21 million in revenue. Early traction on the seltzers is strong. We have 105 accounts. They're turning 3.8 units per store per week with very little marketing support. The people love Dr. Hops. They love the taste. They love the feeling. They love the brand, the story, the packaging, and the rabbit. We invite you to participate in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to produce the ultimate recreational beverage in a way that's lucrative and capital efficient. Support and participate in the success of this beautiful brand and connect us with those you know who might invest in Dr. Hops. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for that. If you want to go back to the beginning, we kind of walk through it a little bit.
Sure.
So, my understanding is you have essentially two lines. One is a alcoholic kombucha line, and then the other is a hard seltzer, correct?
Correct. And the hard seltzer is very new. We just sort of soft launched it at the very end of last year and really have distribution for the first time in January.
Okay. I think where I got confused in some of the messaging is that, the reason why people drink kombucha is to be healthy, right?
A
But
hard
then,
kombucha to be, to be intoxicated and healthier.
yeah, so to me, that it's like a little bit of a contradiction,
Sure.
right? Now don't get me wrong, can it work? Yeah, like chocolate covered strawberry, but it's for very unique occasions, right? So I think that's where you have an opportunity to lead investors to figure out when and where and who would be buying your product, right? Because I don't know who your ICP are
Okay.
with this contradiction. Is not a bad thing. It's just there's just another layer of information that's needed because
About
like,
the consumer, about
yeah,
the
about the consumer.
occasion and the consumer.
Yeah, and especially if you're raising a Series A, that means this should have already been figured out, right?
Yeah, we know who they are. We know where to find them. I just didn't put it in this deck, so that's great feedback.
Yeah, and then yeah, I would definitely add that in there. And then yeah, go to your next slide.
Yeah.
Okay. No comments on this one. Go to your next slide. No comments here. Yeah, so I think this one makes sense when you're explaining it, but I don't know if this makes sense if you're just setting the deck, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
my first thing is, okay, you're outsourcing to this organization, so that way you're saving costs on a sales staff. Makes sense, but I want to know, how much are you paying them? Are they taking commission? What does that structure look like? So I think it would just be easier to communicate of we're doing this so that this is the amount of cost that we're saving, and this is what they're charging, which is why we're still coming out on top.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, how much are we saving? How much does it give us that at a better cost? Yeah, how is this a strategy that works? Is
Mhm.
that, yeah. And it really works because we have Sam, who is our in-house manager, who oversees the whole thing and who's, who knows what a great salesperson is and what's required from them, but it does work also because they're a fractional sales model. Each of their people has 4 brands total, non-competing brands. So not a huge amount of brands, but 4 brands non-competing. And, we pay roughly half what we would have to pay our own people, and we don't have to manage them or vet them or hire them. So
Yeah.
it is a great company. It's the first one we've seen like this.
I think where there might be concerns is that because even though it's not competing, right, you don't really know where their loyalty lands, right? So let's say Tom Thumb goes to them. Tom Thumb's pretty dynamic as far as beverage provider. Like they're pretty dynamic. And they approach one of those sales reps like, look, we don't care who it is, whatever product it is, doesn't really matter. It could be alcohol, candy, donuts, doesn't matter. You tell us there you have one slot for one company to be in our shelf. Who do you want it to be? That's where it's like, are they going to pitch you? Are they going to pitch some donut company? Are they going to pitch the company that, was that pitched to companies before, like Kids Candy? That's where investors do have some concerns. It's that lack of loyalty, because at the end of the day, they're going to pitch whoever that is paying them the most, and they have the biggest commission for landing that deal. Right. So I think that's just something to be cautious about. And if you ever go into deep diligence with investors, that's just something that they probably would want to know a little bit better on that contract relationship. Right.
Yeah.
So just more of like heads up there.
Right. Where people's heads are at. That's great. Thank you. Yep. This is our launch strategy, especially for the spike living seltzers.
Yeah.
Just really focused on the spring. Yeah.
I like them. I think the immediate reaction that I had with the number one, anytime I see activation, the immediate thing is it's going to be expensive. And I think that is similar to whenever other companies mention like, oh, what is your go-to-market strategy or growth plan? And the first thing that they say is paid ads, right? That's like the comparison there. It's going to be expensive. You don't really know if it's going to work. Now, if you've done activations before and you have the metrics of conversion rate and sell like what happens right after you do an activation, you have that metric, I would put that in there as a way to, push those concerns away of that. Like, hey, we're gonna do activations. Yes, it might be expensive, but it works. This is what happened in the past when we've done it. If you haven't been tracking that metric and and all these activations are already on the books, as you go into them, I would press your team to make sure you have those metrics for the future to make sure that it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have great metrics on most of our activations. We have some for in-store demo programs, but
Yeah.
not very long term, right? We know that our conversion rate's very high at in-store demos, almost 70%, but we don't really know how that plays out over the long term. It is difficult to measure.
Yeah, so like at these activations, right? You're doing all this. You could essentially create very unique discount code where it's like, hey, if you met us in this Tahoe,
Medicine Tahoe, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and you like it, here's a discount code for like 25% off if you buy our product online. At least that way, yes, you're losing that discount, but the volume of consumers that it worked with, that you connected with, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. We haven't figured out how to do that with alcohol, but there's probably a way. It's in California at least. Yeah. Discount code connected to these activations. Yeah. Yeah. So we
Or
can
you
measure
just
it
have
over
them like,
time.
hey, if you like our product, put your information down here and we will follow up with swag, discount, yeah, you just be creative with it.
Great. Yeah. This is preview of financial
Yeah.
results we're targeting.
I'd be more curious to know about your historicals. So, what did you do 2022 and 2023?
Yeah, 2022 was the 2020, like 2020, 21, and 22 were pretty flat, like 600K a year, with the hard kombucha products. Last year was brutal, a lot of product outages. We did 350K. So that's why I'm not highlighting it. It's not great. I mean, but I get it. You want to know.
Yeah, I think again, depending on the investor, I like to focus more on historicals. I would rather a company tell me what they did. And then, if you mentioned there was like that slump down, then I would rather you tell me like, oh, this is what we did. We had a down year. This is why. If an investor is an expert in CPG and stuff like that, they'll understand, right? Like things happens.
Yeah. We had to move producers twice, and it was very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I get it. You want to know the facts. You want to know the historicals.
But yeah, I think that's all the feedback that I had.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, really, and your listening. Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Well, thank you, Joshua. We appreciate you being here. And to Treat, always a pleasure hearing your feedback that you give folks. I think you do one of the best jobs that we have of folks that come here. So I hope you'll join us again at some point in time. And Joshua, you and everybody who participated today will get this in this recording of yours, so you can remember what Treat said and be able to incorporate it into your pitch.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay.